Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. And today's video is about what your family thinks of you. So we've done friends, we've done co-workers, and now we're getting to family and seeing what they think of you. So for this reading, I've got 4 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to. And after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below, which you can use to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly what your family thinks of you. So let's get started. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your family thinks of you. All right, so we have Death in reverse, the Empress, the Star, Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool. Okay. So, pile 1, the first thing with the Death card in reverse, I feel like your family thinks that you're someone who doesn't like change very much, like who has a hard time adjusting to change, somebody who might even go as far as to throw a tantrum, like maybe when you were a child and maybe you guys were moving places or something, like you and your family were moving or something. You would throw a tantrum, you would say, okay, I don't want to leave, or all of that. Or even if you did end up moving, you had a hard time adjusting to the new house, the new school, the new everything. So according to your family, you are not someone who can easily accept change, or someone who's very comfortable with it. I mean, a lot of people are not, but then they just have to deal with it, right? But even when it comes to you, even dealing with change is like really difficult. So it takes you kind of normal than average to kind of adjust to your surroundings. Obviously, like this is not gonna like go for everyone, because this is a general reading, so if this doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. But the thing is that with this Death card in reverse, I feel like your family loves you so much that they want nobody else. Like they just want you and you alone. Pile 1, they don't want anybody to ever replace it. Like they don't even get this thought that, oh, I wish pile 1 would just change, or they would do something differently. You know, they're not like that. Whatever you do, however you do things, they still, like, they have a really, they still love you so much. Even if sometimes you do things that kind of irritate them or piss them off, they still are like, no, they still wouldn't, you know, change you for anything. You are perfect the way you are for them, you know. Just like you kind of are not, like if you're someone who's not comfortable with change, they're also not gonna be okay if you weren't you, or if there was somebody else in your position, you know. They would not be. They're like, no, we only want pile 1 with all their flaws, with all their strengths and weaknesses. That's all we want, you know. So your family, it's like that unconditional love. And obviously we have the Empress here as well. So Empress also kind of corresponds to the archetype of a mother. So probably, like, I feel like maybe some of you guys might be closer to your mom, and or if this is like the whole thing where, you know, your mom is like unconditional love for you and you kind of are really close to her, and you're like that precious baby. You know, not every mother is going to, you know, love her children, right? There are mothers who don't. So but when it comes to you guys, your mother is like my baby, and clearly you know, your mother loves you and all of that. But at the same time, your family, pile 1, they think that you are incredibly creative. And if you are a mom yourself, pile 1, if you are a parent yourself, mom, dad, whatever, you're a parent yourself, your family thinks that you're a very good parent. Your family thinks that you're a very progressive parent, a very good parent, and the way you're raising your kids is the right way to raise them. Of course, there might be argument, there might be difference of opinions that arises at times, but overall, in general, your family is like happy with the way you are raising your kids, the values you are teaching them, all of that stuff. So yeah, but they really think that you are a very creative individual, and that you are meant for a lot of success, because the Empress card talks about an abundance, and we also have the Star card right next to it. So you're like this person who is meant for success. So I feel like you're the one in your family. It doesn't matter if you have a small family or you have a big family. Excuse me. We're just not talking about your immediate family in this reading. We're talking about your family as a whole. Like, it includes your cousins and all of that stuff. So according to them, you are the one who's meant for success. You are the one who's going to rise to the top with the star here. You are that star. So everybody in your family has this opinion that, yeah, you are the one who's going to be successful one day, or you're already the one who is the most successful or the most well off within your family. You might have siblings, maybe they're not doing so well, or even if they're doing well, you're still doing better than them. So or if you're not, your family still has that faith in you. They still have that faith and trust in your abilities that one day you are going to make it, and you're going to make it big. So because star and they really think that because we also have these two water pictures coming out, so they really think that whenever you're going to succeed, if you haven't already, and your success is going to, it's not just going to come from like one place or something like that, or it's just not going to impact one person or one group of people. Your success is going to impact multiple places, multiple people, and it might even come from like two or more sources. So yeah, so you and your family clearly thinks that whatever you do, you are going to be successful in it. So maybe there's someone who are very supportive of your decisions, regarding your career and everything. I know some people are not, like some family members are not that supportive of people, but I feel like in your case, for most of you maybe, or for 50% of you at least, your family is like very supportive of whatever you wanted to study in college, or whatever career path you want to choose for yourself. Even if it was something unconventional, they still were very supportive, and they really think that you're gonna make it big. Like one day you're gonna be very, very successful, because you have unlimited potential. With the Empress card here, you have unlimited potential to become something great, to do something big in life. We have Queen of Pentacles here, guys. Come on. Of course, you're meant for something big, right? So they really think that. On the other hand, you're, in terms of your looks, pile one, your family, for the parents, their children are the most beautiful ones anyway. But I'm saying, this reading is not just about your parents or your immediate family. This is about your family as a whole, like as a group, big group. So your family clearly thinks that in terms of your appearance, you're very, very attractive. Like even your siblings, your cousins, they might just agree, and your relatives might agree that, yeah, you have grown up to be like very handsome or very beautiful. Your siblings or your cousin might not come out right and tell you that, oh, you're so good looking or you're so pretty or something, because siblings hardly ever do that. They would tell you that you're ugly and everything every chance they get, but secretly they would be like, yeah, you are good looking and you have like a lot of potential to attract people of both genders, if that is the case. So yeah, very good looking, but at the same time, your family really thinks that you're someone who's very rational, someone who's a strong individual, and who is rational, like especially when it comes to a point of crisis. You are someone who is the calm one. You're the one who's like, okay, we'll deal with this, we'll figure it out. No need to panic. It's gonna be okay. You might be freaking out on the inside, because if you're someone who doesn't like change and then there's a problem, yeah, obviously when problems come in your life, they bring a change. So obviously you might be panicking on the inside, you might be freaking out, you might be really uncomfortable on the inside because of this whole situation, but at the same time, on the outside, you'll be portraying a very strong front, to the point where your family kind of just calms down in your presence, and they're like, okay, pile one's here, they're telling us it's gonna be okay. So it means that it is going to be okay. So they really have that belief in you that, yeah, things are going to be okay. And while you're there with your family, whenever you're there helping them out, supporting them, it's easier for them to deal with problems that they're going through, be it your siblings, be it your parents, be it your relatives, cousins, whatever. Whenever you are there to help pile one, you make it easier for them. You make it really easy and really bearable for this whole thing. Like, you make the whole thing really bearable for them. So on the other hand, with the Fool card, some of your family members might be thinking that, because obviously not everybody is going to have the same opinion of you in your family. So with this Fool card here, number one thing, some people might be thinking that you're a tad immature, that you are like a child, not really, like, obviously general reading, multiple messages coming through. So whereas you are mature and responsible and everything, where people look up to you and people feel better when you're there to help, there are some people who might be like, oh, pile one is so immature. They do not understand how serious life is. They don't take life seriously. Some people might appreciate that about you, but then there are others who might not appreciate that about you because, yeah, they're just boring like that. Because what's the point of taking life seriously? But anyway, that's their opinion. But some people appreciate that about you, that you don't take life that seriously, or some problem comes, you still put a smile on your face and you're like, it's okay, it's gonna be fine. Like, your optimism is something that your family really appreciates about you, because the Fool is all about being optimistic, going like, okay, we don't know what's ahead, we don't know what the future holds, but we're gonna remain positive. So that kind of attitude that you bring to the table for your family, they really appreciate that, because you give them a chance to kind of, feel positive about life as well, no matter how dire their circumstances are. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. Okay, we have the Wheel, Six of Wands, King of Cups, Eight of Coins, and the Lovers. Okay, all right. So with the Wheel here, as soon as this card, I just saw this card right now, I got this message that your family feels really fortunate to have you. They feel as if they're blessed to have you. It could even be that, your parents had a hard time kind of having you. Like, maybe they kept trying for a really long time, and then after a really long time, they were able to have you, pile one. Or it could be that maybe the whole journey of your birth might have been difficult for your family, but so that's why, they consider themselves fortunate to have you in their life. You're like this blessing, you're like this fortune that they've gotten from the universe, a gift from the universe. That, like, this whole star thing, you might be a wish come true. Maybe your parents wished for you, your family wished for you, that, oh, we wish for like someone like pile one, or we wish for pile one specifically. So you were this wish come true kind of a thing for your family. So they really feel fortunate. Every time they look at you, they feel blessed. They feel that, yeah, the universe has truly kind of given them a wonderful present in the form of you guys. So yeah, but at the same time, with the Six of Wands here, they respect you and appreciate your presence in their lives. So there might be times, when you're arguing with your siblings, you're arguing with your parents, your cousins, relatives, whatever, you're arguing with them, and you really feel as if they don't value you, they don't understand you, all of that stuff. You guys might be fighting and everything, pile one, but in their hearts, deep down, they truly value your presence. They, like I'm saying, they feel fortunate to have you in their life. So they really respect you. Sometimes your family might not agree with the decisions you make, but at the same time, they respect you for making those decisions, for standing up for yourself, for going like, no, for taking a stand for yourself, for fighting for what you believe in. They really respect that, and that shows, like I was saying, they think that you're someone who's a very strong character. You're a very strong individual, and that is like one of the things, because you stand up for yourself, you stand up for your beliefs, your dreams, your goals, whatever they are. Your family might not necessarily understand them, And they might tell you that you're wrong. They might tell you that you shouldn't pursue those goals. But at the same time, they respect the fact that, like, they respect you as an individual for making those decisions for yourself, for standing up for yourself, for standing up for whatever you want to pursue in life. And then we have King of Cups here. So this really tells me that your family emotionally, they consider you to be a very mature individual. Like I'm saying, some people appreciate the fact that you don't take life that seriously, because they know that, yeah, because you're like someone who's so mature emotionally that you've understood the essence of life, you've understood the purpose of life. So that's why you're like, what's the point of worrying, that's not going to solve anything. So, and also with all this blue here, there's so much blue here. This really tells me, and we also have blue here. So blue is normally the color people associate when, like, they say that, oh, whenever blue is my favorite color because it makes me feel calm and relaxed. So obviously, and the cups is the suit of water. So you are like this very calm, cool, collected personality. You're a very cool person. In not just in the literal sense of Pile 1, but also in like the metaphorical sense. You're like really cool. With the King of Cups here, people know that they can come and talk to your family, your relatives, whoever, like regardless of their age, whether they're older than you, younger than you, they know that they can have a mature, sensible, civil conversation with you, and it's not something like that's gonna be a waste. Like talking to you is never a waste, because you always like your family and you always discuss something very productive. You guys are discussing new ideas, or you are helping them, if they're going through something, like your cousins or your siblings are going through something, and they come and talk to you, they know that, okay, I'll go and talk to Pile 1, they'll be able to help me out. Like that's the kind of faith they have in you, that's the kind of confidence they have in you. Like, wow. Your family really respects you, Pile 1. That's the vibe I'm getting for you guys. And then along with the 8 of Coins, very hardworking individual. Also Queen of Pentacles up there. You are very, very hardworking, and that's exactly what your family thinks. Sometimes your family's like, not for you, but in general, sometimes families are like, oh, my kid is so lazy, they don't do anything, they are not stepping up to the plate, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, all of that stuff. But in your case, no, your family acknowledges the fact that you are really hardworking, and and they, like I'm saying, they respect you. They have some massive respect for you, not just because you're their child or you're a part of their family, but they have massive respect for you as an individual. So they really acknowledge your hard work, whatever you've done, whatever efforts you make for them. They acknowledge those. They are like, yeah, if it weren't for Pile 1, we wouldn't have this. If it weren't for Pile 1, we wouldn't be in this situation. So sometimes, people take, a lot of times a family takes people for granted, like their family members for granted. They don't appreciate what people do for them. But in your case, no. Your family doesn't take you for granted. They appreciate each and everything you do for them. Every time you are there to, like, whenever you come to visit them or you're spending time with them, they feel super fortunate that, yes, Pile 1's here to spend time with us. On the other hand, with the Lovers here, Pile 1, I feel like your family, like, they love you. Obviously, that is there. That is there. But at the same time, with the Lovers here, I feel like they also respect and love your partner as well. Like, they consider your partner part of their family. Like, they really value them. They don't reject them, or they don't kind of insult them or disrespect them. No. Or if you're someone who's single, whenever you get a partner, if you're interested in that, like if you're interested in that part, and you get a partner, your family is going to really respect that person, and they're going to treat them like family, not going to reject them or anything. But if you're already with someone, then your family truly respects you for choosing that person, and they also respect that person. And they are like, yeah, as long as Pile 1's happy, we are happy. It is like that. So wow. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay, we have not for you, go the distance, and fork in the road. Okay, so with the not for you card, I feel like your family often feels very protective of you, to the point maybe in childhood. Pile one, maybe a lot of times your parents kind of try, or your elder siblings, if you have any, they try to kind of protect you from going outside after sunset maybe, or they kind of did not really let you go out to meet your friends. And you kind of maybe grew, some of you guys might have grown up to kind of really be like resentful, and you're like, why does my family do that? Why does my parents not let me go? Everybody gets to enjoy, everybody gets to do that. And it's not, it's just that your family is just so very protective of you. Like, they don't want you to get hurt, they don't want anything bad to happen to you. So that is why, according to them, stopping you from those things, keeping you safe, like at home and something, maybe that was the best way they knew how to protect you. That's what they did. It's not like that you didn't deserve those things or something like that. Maybe if you wanted something and they said no, I'm not gonna get it for you, it's not because they didn't want to get it for you, it's just because they couldn't maybe afford it. Or at that time they just, things weren't okay, and they couldn't get it for you. So it has nothing to do with that they hate you or anything like that, but it's just that either they were trying to protect you, or they just couldn't get that particular thing for you at that moment. And with this card, I'm also getting this message that your family truly thinks that you deserve the best. And oftentimes if they refused your request or something, it's not because they think that you don't deserve that particular thing, it's just they think that you deserve something better, something more. All right, and then with the go the distance card, like I'm saying, they really think that you are very, very hardworking. They acknowledge all your hard work, and they really think that you are someone who has a potential to achieve all their goals, whatever they may be. You have the potential to achieve those. And then we have fork in the road. This talks about options, this talks about, okay, at times, it talks about confusion as well, but then it mainly talks about options, that, okay, what option you're taking. So I feel like your family kind of wants to give back to you in the way that they kind of wish to open up more options for you, to give you more options, that, okay, this is, obviously at one point you are going to be independent, or you're already independent, but at the same time your family just wants to do the best for you, and they want to give you every single thing. So, and probably when you were deciding on your college or something like that, pile one, your family was like, okay, you can pick whatever college you want. Like, you had your options open, because your family tried really hard to make sure that you have your options open, that they give you as many options so that you can achieve whatever you want, you can pursue whatever makes you happy. All right, so this is all I have for you, pile one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your family thinks of you. All right, so we have 8 of Wands, the Sun, 7 of Cups in reverse, King of Wands, and 2 of Cups. Okay. All right, pile 2. So, with the Sun card here, I am already getting this, I don't know, with the 7 of Cups in reverse and the Sun here, I don't know, I'm getting this feeling that, and also with the King of Wands here, I'm getting this feeling that maybe you're an only child. All right, or for quite some time you were an only child. Maybe if you have siblings, maybe they came a lot later, and you were like quite grown up when they came, or something like that. Or you are the one who came quite late. Like all your siblings are like really old, older to you or elder to you, and you came after quite some time. So you got this kind of attention that an only child gets, like obviously when you came with the Sun card here, that's it. Like, you lit up your family's life. Literally, you lit up their lives. The moment you came, it's like everything just became good in their lives. Everything was just wonderful. Whatever they wished for started happening. Maybe your family sees you as a big and a huge blessing. Maybe your parents started getting a lot of success the moment you came into their lives, like your parents got a promotion, or they got a new car, they were able to buy a house or something like that. So your arrival marked a huge blessing for your family, pile 2, and they really see you like that. They see you as like the sun, sometimes your family might go as far as to even worship you and be like, not literally, but they love you and respect you so much that, yeah, whatever you do, whatever you ask for, they were ready to give it to you. If they could afford it, they were ready. They would give it to you. But if they couldn't, obviously. But so, and it's only because like the moment you came, your family's life just went in an upward trajectory. Like I'm saying, if you are someone who came after a really long time, like all your elder siblings as well, like you came really late, then your elder siblings also kind of started having success the moment you arrived. Your parents, obviously. So you just turned your family's life around, pile 3, and they know that. They know that. They might not be superstitious or anything, but still, it doesn't matter whether they're superstitious or not, or they associate things with people or not, but they still go like, yeah, like it's so obvious to them that the moment you came, life just got so much better. It just was nearly perfect, for them, or it could have been even perfect for them. So you are like this precious person for your family, because yeah, they really think that you are like this blessing sent from the universe to them, and that's why they kind of really take care of you a lot, like to the point where it can become a little suffocating for you. Your parents might be very overprotective of you. Your siblings might be very protective of you, to the point where, with the 2 of Cups here, I just feel like, every time you try to get into a relationship or you have a crush on someone, regardless of their gender, you get really worried because, you're like, oh my gosh, my brothers are not going to let me date this person, or my sisters are not going to let me date this person, regardless of that. So it's like, yeah, for you, dating can be like really hard, or it used to be difficult at one point because of your parents, maybe because of your siblings, because they were keeping an eye on you. They were making sure that, nobody dares to hurt you. So if they would ever get to know that you are interested in someone, yeah, they would be very intimidating with that person with this King of Wands here. They'll be very intimidating. They'll be asking a ton of questions to that person. It doesn't matter if it's like a boy or a girl. They would be like all over them, asking questions, making sure that they have no intentions of hurting you or, messing around on you. Nothing of that sort, because they wanted to make sure that you are okay, that you are with the perfect person. Maybe, your father was so protective of you, or your mother was so protective of you, pile 2, that, or is so protective of you that sometimes they say that, oh, you're not going to date anyone until you're 30 or something, or you're not going to date anyone or you're just going to get married to someone of their choosing or something of that sort, like, because they don't want anybody to come and hurt you. They really don't want that. You crying is like an actual nightmare for them. They just cannot handle that. They want you to smile all the time with the sun energy. They want you to be happy all the time, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy. Like some parents do go really far, right, for their kids. Some parents are like, oh, do whatever you want, right? So they're like, there's a difference with them. So when it comes to you guys, your family is like, it's not just your parents I'm talking about, it's even like your siblings, your cousins, uncles, and like, you are so precious for your family that they are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are happy, that your life is okay. Because when you are okay, a pile 2, they are okay. So I feel like their happiness is strongly tied to yours. And when it comes to that, I can understand that it's a lot of kind of a responsibility on you, maybe. So sometimes I feel like even when things are not going so well for you guys, you still put on a smile and you still try to portray this happy persona to your family, because you don't want to worry them. You don't want them to be upset, because you know that if you're not okay, or if somebody catches you crying, they're gonna be really worried, and you don't want to do that to your family. You don't want to do that to your loved ones. So sometimes you kind of tend to keep your problems to yourself. You don't talk about them. You will try to act as if everything is normal, and you're gonna be chatty and talkative during lunch. You'll be going about like doing your best to maintain that sense of normalcy with your family. But when you're alone in your room or something, or when you're by yourself, that is when you start really thinking about the problems, and you're not okay. Like, that's when you lower your guard. So that could be the case with you guys, that it can be really difficult for you at times, because you also love and care about your family just as much as they love and care about you, and you really don't want to upset them in any way. This could also be that with you guys, a pile two, that it could be that you are like, maybe you're someone who has all sisters, and like you're like the only brother, you're the only male child. Or it could be that you are the only female child and you have like a lot of brothers. So in that regard also, you're getting this treatment of an only child. And obviously, if that is the case, then yes, people are going to be very, very protective of you. Your mother's going to be very protective of you. Father's going to be very protective of your elder siblings, or siblings in general will be very, very protective of you, because they don't want anything to happen to you. Super protective. And that's why whatever you want, they will make sure to get it for you. So I feel like with this King of Wands here and the Sun card here, you've been treated like a prince or a princess your entire childhood. Even now, like, if God forbid you're ever in a crisis, you know that your family is there for you, and you can call upon them whenever you want. You can talk to them whenever you want. They'll be ready to talk to you, to help you out in any way that you want. But every time I look at this card, I just get this vibe that, when it comes to your partner, it can be a little difficult for you, because like I'm saying, your family wants the best for you. So that's why they also try and kind of get in your business at times, by going like, okay, who is this person? They're going to start questioning that person. And so I just feel like your partner will have to be like really strong in order to kind of deal with your family and their questions, and have to be like really like, I feel like your family is not going to be okay with your partner unless they're like absolutely ready to kind of, they love you like to the moon and back kind of a thing. That is like the only kind, like your family wants you to have like the best partner ever. All right, then we have 5 of Cups. We have 4 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Coins, 9 of Swords, and the Emperor in reverse. Okay, pile 2. So like I was saying, with the Emperor in reverse here, I really am getting this vibe that, it doesn't matter what your birth order is. A lot of times your family treats you like a child. You might be fully grown. You might be a grown-up, all ready to start their own independent lives or something like that. But your family just doesn't stop treating you like a baby. Obviously, you will always remain a baby, but for your parents and all, but they still kind of get very protective over you, and you have to it kind of can get very frustrating for you, because you're like, it's okay, I'm a grown-up now, I know how to take care of myself. But obviously your parents might have a hard time accepting that their baby has grown up and is ready to face the world and everything. So and a lot of times I feel like with the Emperor in reverse, your family might have kind of, they do their best not to give you a lot of responsibility. Like they don't want to burden you with the problems of life. I don't know. I feel like your family wants to keep you in like a bubble or something, just taking care of you. I mean, with the Four of Cups in reverse, I'm getting this. I have another deck, like the Sekoli Tarot, where that, like this Four of Cups, I think, is like, a person in a snow globe, basically. So they're in this protective bubble, essentially. So I just feel like that's the vibe I'm getting with the Four of Cups in reverse as well, that's what your family kind of tries to do. They can be very, very protective of you, to the point where it can get really frustrating for you, really suffocating for you, a little smothering for you as well. And you are all ready to take the responsibility. Like, in your heart that yes, you can handle it, right? But then your family needs to give you a chance to prove yourselves and all of that. But they don't do that. So yeah, I'm just sensing some frustration on your part. We also have Nine of Swords here. I'll just get to that in a moment. But you feel like, yeah. And maybe God, like maybe in the past, you when you try to do things, you kind of ended up making a mistake, because that's normal. That's human. Humans make mistakes. That's life. We all make mistakes. But your family was like, oh, no, you're not ready to face the world. No, we have to still take care of you. You're not ready and all of that. So with the Five of Cups here, that's the vibe I'm getting, that, your family kind of just doesn't let that past go, because probably they're using that as an excuse to kind of hold on to you. Like I'm saying, that you are like this major blessing, and they, like, the happiness that you bring them, it's like it's hard for them to let go. I'm not saying that they're trying to control you or anything like that. I'm not saying that. It's just that they love you so much that it's hard for them to kind of let you be independent, or it's hard, like I'm saying, super protective of you, super protective. It can get suffocating, but their heart's in the right place. Their heart and their intentions are in the right place. It's just that, yeah, it can get a little overwhelming. It can get a little overbearing. But yeah, so maybe in the past you made some mistakes, and they're still kind of, they haven't forgotten about it. You have moved on. You learned from that mistake. You've learned your lesson, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to make that mistake again. And you never did. You never made that mistake again. But that doesn't stop your family from using that as an excuse to kind of, keep an eye on you, making sure that you're okay. So yeah, but with the Nine of Swords here, like I'm saying, sometimes it can get really stressful for you, because you want to make sure that your family is happy, that they're okay, that they don't get to know, because the moment your family gets to know that, if that you're not doing okay, yeah, it's this Nine of Swords energy. They're gonna freak out, they're gonna worry, they might even have trouble sleeping. So sometimes, like, God forbid, like if you ever get into a problem pile too, sometimes you really have to think that, should I call them? Should I call my family and tell them what has happened? Or should I just deal with this on my own? Because calling them will result in this situation, Nine of Swords, So you sometimes really have to think. And it is only when it's maybe like the last resort for you that you are like, okay, I have to call them now. Like, I cannot do anything else. So that's what you do. But other than that, like, if you can avoid telling your family and just make sure that everything is okay, yeah, you are willing to do that. You are willing to lie to protect your family, maybe just as they are willing to lie and protect you. But it's a lot of love. It's overwhelming amount of love that your family has for you. While too, and then we have Ace of Coins here. Like I'm saying, because Ace of Coins is like this blessing coming from the universe, directly from the universe. And the universe's blessings, when they come, they're like perfect. They're like more than you could have ever imagined, right? More than you could have ever asked for. That's the kind of blessings the universe gives when it starts giving. So that's the same thing with you, Ace of Coins. You guys are like a true blessing for your family. You are more than they could have ever asked for. you know. They can never say that you're not enough, pile 2. Your family doesn't think that oh, I wish pile 2 was a little more, a little smarter, a bit more intelligent. Maybe I wish they were, you know. Sometimes your family has, sometimes families have really high expectations from you, right? But in your case, you are enough for your family. Your family wouldn't change you for the world. Like, they don't want anybody else with this 4 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse. Nobody else. It's only you and you alone. That's it. They're not going to accept anybody else. Pile 2. And if you guys believe in reincarnations, if you believe in past lives and all of that, maybe, you know, your parents will be like, however many lifetimes we have, we only want pile 2 there. We only want to be with pile 2, you know. We want them as part of our family. We want to be their parents again and again. Like, your family is super proud to have you. They feel super blessed to have you. So next time you guys are in an argument and you feel like they hate you, they don't. They really don't. It might be an argument, it might get bad, it might get nasty, but at the end of the day, they love you as if you're like the most precious thing in the world. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. I did not see that coming. All right, we have blessed. Of course we do. Like, yeah. Then we have flexible, and we have yin. Oh yeah, they are ready to receive this blessing that you are, pile 2, every way, shape, or form. With this yin is very receptive energy. So they're like, you know, some people are not receptive, you know, to the universe's blessings, to anything basically. But when it comes to you, your family is super receptive. Your family was all ready for this blessing, you know. Some maybe, like I'm saying, you know, maybe your parents really truly prayed hard for you. They really truly wished for you. They were like, oh, we want somebody like pile 2. We want them. Maybe like you, and maybe, or maybe you came as a surprise. Like I'm saying, if you came after a really long time or something like that, you came as a surprise. They were still ready to be like, they were super happy. They weren't angry that, oh, pile 2 is coming, you know, what do we do? No, nothing of that sort. They were ready to have you, pile 2. They were ready to receive you, with the yin card here, because they know that you're coming in as a blessing. Like, they knew it in their heart that you coming in their lives, major blessing. They feel truly blessed to have you, and I feel like they're super grateful to the universe, and they're always expressing their gratitude to God, to the universe, whoever they believe in, regarding you guys. That thank you God, thank you universe for giving us pile 2. Like, that's how much they love you and appreciate you. And at the same time, with the flexible here, your family thinks that you are someone who is a very flexible person, not just in terms of your personality, but it could also be that you also do a lot of exercise, maybe, or you're into gymnastics or all of that stuff, which requires, you know, flexibility and all of that. So according to your family, you're a very flexible person. You can adjust to a lot of different situations. You can handle the ups and downs of life, even though they keep telling that you cannot handle it. They know in their heart that you can handle it. It's just that they're using that as an excuse to keep an eye on you, to hold on to you a little longer, because, like I'm saying, you're a blessing. They don't want to let this blessing go. They really don't. You know, they value you so much that they want to hold on to you. You're like this treasure. They feel sometimes your family can get a little selfish in your regard, because, like I'm saying, they don't want to let you go. You are this treasure that they don't want to share with the world, right? But they also know that, yes, they have to. So sometimes, yeah, it can get a little suffocating for you guys, pile 2, but know that they love you. It's not that they want to control you or anything, or they don't want you to succeed. No, with the 8 of Wands here, they clearly want to see you succeed. They pray for your success. They get super happy when you're rising to the top. And because they know that yes, you deserve to do that, you deserve to be on the top. All right, so this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your family thinks of you. All right, we have 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the Chariot. We have the World. We have Ace of Cups. And we have Justice. Okay, interesting. All right, pile 3. With the 7 of Wands in reverse, I feel like your family, first of all, the thing is that they want to get rid of all the obstacles standing in your way. Like if they could, if they have the power, they would get rid of all the obstacles standing in your way and help you achieve your dreams. Like that is what your family wants from you. They want to give you the world. And because you are their world, you know, so they want to give you everything that you could have ever asked for, that you ever wished for. They want to fulfill all your desires. And I'm not just talking about your parents or your siblings. I'm talking about your cousins. I'm talking about your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, whatever, like your family as a whole, as an entire unit. Like I'm talking about that. And because, you know, you are their world. Like you guys can see with this crown on top, that's how you are. You doesn't matter what your birth order is, doesn't matter you're the eldest child, the youngest child, the middle child, doesn't matter. You are like their world. You are, and I feel like you are the reason your family is together. It could be that without you, your family would just scatter apart. Maybe you're someone who likes to invite your family members, your relatives, like all together. Like you like to host family gatherings or something. Or if there is a family gathering, you are the highlight of that gathering. You know, you are the light of the party, or you're the life of the party, actually. So yeah, like I'm saying, you rule their world. You are their world, pile 3. And that is why your family wants to give that back to you. They want to give you the world. And according to your family, with the Chariot card here, according to your family, pile 3, you are someone who is meant for victory. And all that you've achieved in your life, be it one thing or 20 things, doesn't matter. Whatever you've achieved, your family is like, yes, pile 3 deserves that victory. Pile 3 deserves to have that award, that trophy, that certificate, whatever that is. You deserve that victory. And if it was possible for your family, they would have gotten that award for you. But obviously they cannot do that, right? You have to earn your own achievement. So whatever achievement you've accumulated in your life so far, pile 3, your family is like, yeah, this is well deserved. Pile 3 deserve it. And they really think that you're meant for like massive success in anything that you do, because Chariot, you can see, is holding on to like 2 birds, right? So they're like 2 horses, like in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, they're like 2 horses, 2 sphinxes, and this person is just holding on to both of them. So and with also this card, the Chariot here, I also am getting the message that your family really thinks that you're very, very hardworking. Sometimes your family gets overwhelmed with the amount of things that you do. You know, they just look at you and they get exhausted just by looking at you, because you're just running around all the time. You're doing one thing after the other. You're like never sitting free. You know, you're not just sitting on your couch and watching TV. Hardly ever. Like that's a rare occasion. Or you're just not sleeping all day. Like that is also another rare occasion. You're always doing something or the other. And your family's just looking at you and they're like, how in the world? How in the world are they managing to do so much and accomplishing so much? Like they get overwhelmed. They get tired just by looking at you, because they're like, looking at pile 3 is exhausting, because they're always running around. They're always up to something. They're always doing something or the other. And they often wonder whether you get tired or not. So, and because of that, they can get a little concerned that, oh, maybe they, you know, pile 3, you should take care of your health. You should really take care of your health. So, yeah, like, wow. And then with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like, guys, you Pile 3, you came as a blessing to your family. Like, not just blessing, but your arrival brought in a lot of abundance. And I'm with the Ace of Cups here, I'm also getting this message that probably either you are the eldest child, or you're the eldest in the family, like your entire family, like including all your cousins and all of that stuff. You are the eldest, or you're the only child, kind of a thing, you know. So I'm getting this one kind of a thing that you, and also with the sword here, like over here. So just get, I mean, if you have siblings and all of that and you're not like the eldest one, it's okay, you can discard that message because this is a general reading. But I am getting that for most of you, it's just that you are the eldest, and or you're the only child. And that is why, you know, with the world here, not only is that you are your family's world, like you are treated as a prince or a princess or something, but it could also mean that for some of you guys, like if you're the eldest, then you also have like a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and that can get a little overwhelming because you guys can see there are two fairies over here. So this could be that, you know, you just, all this responsibility of your younger siblings can get a little overwhelming for you at times. But yeah, you as an eldest child or the only child, yeah, a lot of responsibility, a lot of hopes and dreams. Like your family has a lot of expectations from you, to the point that yes, for you guys it can get a little too much. It feels you feel suffocated, you feel like, you know, you're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. But yeah, because you're bringing in abundance for your family, you know, you're like a huge blessing coming in, you're like all their dreams come true, kind of like that. You know, maybe your family as an entire unit, they wished for a child and the universe gave them you, or you came at a point where your family wasn't doing so well, and the moment you came in, everything just got so much better. So your family has a lot of expectations from you, Pile 3. And yes, it can get a little overwhelming, I know but yeah, but at the same time, they love you and appreciate your presence so much. With the Justice here, Justice card, I'm getting this feeling that you know, your family thinks that you are someone who is free of any bias, who is free of any prejudice. Like you treat everybody equally, and people really appreciate that about you. Like I'm saying, if you're the light of the party, or if you're the life of the party, why do I keep saying light? You're the life of the party, you will give equal attention to everyone. All your, you might have 5 cousins, you might have 5 relatives, or you might have 20 or 30 relatives. You will go around giving all of them equal attention. You will never make anybody feel left out. You will never make anyone feel like an outcast. You will accept everyone, you're going to love everyone, and you are going to give the same amount of respect and love to everyone. Whether, obviously, families, you might like some people, you might not like some people, but that doesn't mean that, I mean, just because you don't like someone, you're not going to talk to them or something like that. No, you will do it out of respect for that person, because you give that respect to everyone. Unless that person has done something to you to have lost your respect, then that's a different thing. But if they have and you just don't like them for some other reason or something, then, you know, you will still respect that person. You'll be like, you will still talk to them, you will still acknowledge their presence, you're not going to ignore them. So yeah, and with this Justice card here also, like you guys can see, this person's like blind, you know, with the blindfold and a sword. So this also tells me that according to your family, Pile 3, you are super protective of them, you're super protective of your family. You are ready to go to war for your family. You know, that's the kind of love you have for them. Whatever you do it for your family. I feel like you guys are the people who kind of live for your family, who do everything they can to make sure that their family is doing well. You know, your family, yeah, they love and support you and everything, but then the kind of what you give back to them for all their love is like so much protection, and you will destroy anyone who dares to threaten your family or any of your family members in any way. it does. I'm not just talking about your immediate family here. Even if somebody, you get to know that your cousin's being bullied in school or something, or somebody's blackmailing them or something of that sort, you are not going to spare that person. You will make sure that that threat is eliminated. I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but you guys do it. So you are like that. You have this blind, I wouldn't say like blind, like not the stupid kind, not the foolish kind, but you are going to protect your family no matter what. Even if you get to know that, okay, it's your sibling's fault or it's your family's fault, whatever the problem is, you will still protect them. But then of course you are going to kind of, teach them a lesson as well, kind of like that, because you will know that, okay, yeah, it's my person that was wrong, right? But then you will still protect them. But at the same time, you will talk to them. You will confront them and be like, why did you do that? You weren't supposed to do it. You were wrong. Like, you're not afraid to tell your family they're wrong. So that's why this justice card is here. You do not you are protective of your family. You love your family. You will fight for them. But if and when they're wrong, you will go up to them and be like, you're wrong, dude. You're wrong. And you need to apologize, or you need to kind of repent or something. So, wow, strong people, very strong individuals you guys are. Okay, we have Knight of Wands. We have Ace of Cups, Four of Swords, Three of Coins, and the Hermit in reverse. Okay. All right, so with the Hermit in reverse here, pile 3, your family thinks that, you're just, some of your family members might think that you're an extrovert. You might not be. You might be an introvert who just loves to be by themselves. But then, yeah, like I'm saying, you are someone who will treat everybody equally, who will be the life of the party, like I'm saying, when you're out, or if you're out, if there's an occasion or something, there's a party or a gathering or something, you will be the highlight of that. You will be the one who's talking to everyone. You are the one who makes the party a party, you make everything exciting and all like fun and games and everything. So that's why your family might think that you're an extrovert, or you're just someone who's very outgoing, very social. You might not be. You might hate doing all of that, but you do it because of the love that you have for your family. And not just like your family. You don't just do it for your family. Even if you go out with your friends or something, you are that person who is like, who might be making the plans, or you're the person who might be kind of deciding on where to go, what to do, all of that. You are someone who makes friends easily. Your family might think that. So, they have this opinion that, yeah, you're really out there, you're a social butterfly, all of those things. And with the Knight of Wands here, like I was saying, you, I feel like your family is like very happy that you do what you love, like you follow your passions and everything, and you're happy about it. Like seeing you happy in your career, in your life, makes your family really, really happy. And they always want you to do that. They always want you to follow your dreams, follow your passions, never kind of let them go, never like give up on your goals. Your family doesn't want that from you. On the other hand, with this Knight of Wands here, your family might think you're a very passionate person, a very intense person, pile 3, that whenever you kind of, you decide on something, you're like, okay, this is my goal, you will go after it, and you will do your best to achieve it, no matter what, no matter how many obstacles stand in your way, or there's nothing standing in your way, whatever it is, you will go after. And I feel like with the 7 of Wands in reverse, along with this Chariot here, your single-minded focus or your determination is so strong, pile 3, that even if there are obstacles standing in your way, you'll just knock them down. You'll just knock them down and just go straight towards your goals, towards your destination. You will go for it. No matter how difficult things get, no matter how big the obstacle is, you're like, I'm going for it. And that's what your family thinks, that you are like this, you have laser focus, and If you have members, pile 3 in your family, who you know that they're trying to control you, they don't like it when you are independent, then those people are the ones who will have a problem with you achieving your goals, because they will try and stop you at every turn. They will become the obstacles in your way. And when you're like, no, I'm gonna go for what I believe in and whatever I want to achieve, they are the ones who get upset. They're the ones who get angry, and they try to make you feel bad about wanting to achieve your goals. And it's only because they want to control you. They don't want you to succeed. But but most of the times, your family really thinks that you're a very intense person, a very passionate person. With the Ace of Cups here, we have Ace of Cups here as well, guys. Confirmation. Like I'm saying, you came as, you're like a huge blessing, and you brought in a lot of abundance for your family, like good kind of abundance, okay, not the bad kind, but the good stuff in abundance. You brought a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of new relationships. Like, that's why I'm saying maybe you're an only child, maybe you're the firstborn. Because Ace of Cups talks about new relationships. So maybe when you were born, you made your parents, without them, without you guys, like before you guys, they were just a couple. But then they became parents. You got your aunts and uncles became your aunts and uncles. You established a lot of like relationships, all of that stuff. So that's why I'm getting this vibe that either you're the eldest child or you're the only child, because when you came in, a lot of relationships were formed. You ended up making your family a family unit. Before you, they were like, your parents were just a couple, or your aunts and uncles, they were just like this normal family. But then you came in, and all of a sudden there are new relationships being formed and everything. So that's why I'm getting this vibe from your card. But yeah, apart from that, you brought in a lot of happiness for your family. Your birth, your arrival brought in a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, like pure joy, abundant joy in your family. And also with the 3 of Coins here, I feel like your family thinks you're very, very supportive. You're very cooperative. You are not a stubborn person. You might be stubborn in terms of your goals, but then if somebody needs your support, if somebody needs your help, you are there for them. You're always there for them. You never say no to anyone who is in need of help. And your family appreciates that for you. They see you as a pure soul, I don't know why I'm being drawn to this card in terms of that message, but they see you as this pure soul who is always ready to help everyone, and who never kind of discriminates between people of in any way. You do not discriminate. You will, if you're helping your friend, you will equally help just as much. You will give that much help to a stranger as well. So your family kind of feels really proud of that fact that you are a part of their family. And I feel like you give a lot of support to your family as well. Not only are you kind of focusing on your career, on your life, but at the same time, you're also doing your best to take care of your family as well. Making sure that they're okay. That's why we also have the Chariot here. You're handling 2 different things at one point. You're also taking care of yourself, your life, like your independent life, but at the same time, you're also taking care of your family in some way. Or if your family ever needs your help, you are there for them. And the moment you come, it's like 4 of Swords here. People, your family can get a break, because they're like, okay, pile 3 is here. Things are gonna be okay now. We can relax. So you give like you bring a lot of peace to your family, pile 3. You guys are wonderful. That's what I would say. All right. Oh, we have community. Of course we do. Like I'm saying, you bring your family together. You're the reason your family is together. And you have this great sense of community where you are treating everybody equally, respecting everybody, talking to everyone, making everybody laugh, making everybody smile. You have a big sense of community, and like I'm saying, you're very protective of your family. You're very protective of your community as a whole. Now we have building blocks, and we have higher power. Guys, look at this. Look at this. All right, okay. So, building blocks, like I'm saying, your family really thinks that you're very hardworking. And you guys can see all these blocks here. Blocks are like, supporting. This lady is standing on top because there's a strong foundation underneath. So you provide a very strong foundation for your family. Like I'm saying, if your family is still together, like you're having a strong, like your family, and I mean, that includes your uncles and your grandparents and all, like your family as a whole, like if they are together, they're a cohesive unit, they have a good relationship with each other, it is because of you. Like you are the ones who is keeping the family together. All this foundation and all of that, it's there because you are there. So you are very, very important for your family. Pile 3. I did not get this message for the other 2 but I'm really getting this message for you, that you're super, super important for the survival of your bloodline, your survival of your lineage, the survival of your family. As a unit, you're the survival of your community. I feel like you take your family as a tribe. Like that's what I'm getting. I'm getting this tribal community, kind of a clan kind of a message for you guys, that you keep your family together. You're not gonna be like, okay, this is my uncle and this is my dad, so I'm gonna differentiate between them. No, you're like, this is my uncle and this is they're both equal for me. I love them both equally. I respect them both equally. I will fight for them. I will do all of that. So you giving that kind of respect and love equally to all your family members, all your relatives, building blocks. You are the reason that foundation has been established in the first place. All right. Then we have higher power. Your family thinks that you are connected to the cosmos in some way, because you came as a blessing. Like I'm saying, you came as a massive, massive blessing for your family. So they really, every time they look at you, they're like, this pile 3 is like a gift from God. Like they are, this evidence that God exists or the universe exists, or the universe is there, and it gives you blessings. Like they have this, that you have this blessing of the higher power. You have the blessings of the universe. In some way, you're a blessed child. That's what your family thinks of you, pile 3. All right. So this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your family thinks of you. All right. So we have the High Priestess. We have 4 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Hermit. Okay. So, pile 4. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like according to your family, your presence, your birth, your arrival brought a very positive change in them. All right. So, maybe, God forbid, maybe they were going through something or the other, but you coming into their lives with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I just feel like, maybe they weren't doing so well before you were born or something. So when you came into their lives, it's Wheel of Fortune. The times just changed. The wheel turned, so their life got so much better upon your arrival. So they really kind of think that you are like a major blessing for them. Also with the Priestess card here, I feel like maybe your mom, maybe your grandmother, maybe some like female figure in your family, maybe they foresaw your arrival or something, like maybe they saw in a dream that you're gonna be coming, right? They saw your birth, or maybe they were meditating one day and they got to know, like, I'm just getting this feeling that your arrival was foreseen by some member of your family. On the other hand, your family also think, like with this Priestess card here, that you are someone who has like some psychic abilities. They really think that they really believe that you have such abilities, and if you would just work on honing them, you can really become a powerful psychic, maybe, or a very powerful individual, a very spiritual person. Yeah, so your family really thinks that you have those skills. You have the skills, and maybe those skills of yours, like if you believe, pile 4, that you have psychic skills, those skills of yours or this gift of yours has been passed down from generation to generation. So it's like a generational gift. Maybe your ancestors also had this, that they were powerful seers, maybe they were powerful, very powerful spiritual people, maybe they had a like really strong psychic powers. They could, were very very good at divination and all of that stuff, like all of those things. Yeah, so maybe your bloodline, your ancestors, they had those powers as well, which have been passed down to you. So yeah, I just feel like your family really believes that you are the one who has, like, maybe you're someone who also have like other siblings, like if you have other siblings, but despite that, your family thinks that either you're the one who has this gift, or you have the strongest version of this gift. Like if your siblings also have this gift, their abilities might not be as strong as yours. All right. Then we have 4 of a Pentacles here. Getting a couple of messages for this one. One thing is that your family might think that you're kind of stingy, like not in a bad sense that they think that you're a cheapskate or something, that you don't like to spend money, but they think that you're very careful, you're very smart in terms of spending money. Some of course would say, oh, you're so stingy, you don't spend so much money, you should spend more money or something. But other members of your family think that that you are very smart when it comes to your managing your finances, when it comes to saving money. You only buy what you feel worthy of. Like you will not just spend money here and there. You will look at the quality, you will make sure that the price is matching the quality, only then you will buy something. So in that regard, your family thinks that you're very good at saving money, very good at managing finances, and maybe your family also kind of takes your help when it comes to dealing with those, when it comes to dealing with money matters, when it comes to the bills and all of that. And it might also be that when it comes to paying their taxes or something, they take your help. They take your help into figuring out, okay, how am I supposed to, like, whenever they're doing their taxes, they would call you. Maybe you people also have a strong talent for numbers, a strong gift for numbers. You're very good at those, unlike me, but you're very very good at those. And you are always like helping people out with their taxes or with whatever money issues that they have. You're very good at it, and your family's like super proud of that fact. They're like, our family member pile 4, they are so good at managing money, taking care of our taxes and everything. They're very good at it. Also, with the Hermit card here, your family also thinks that you're someone who has a lot of knowledge. Your family, like I'm saying, if you have these psychic abilities, your family thinks you have these psychic abilities. They also think that you are someone who, you have this wisdom within you, pile 4. That, and they see you as more of a mentor, more of a guide. They're not even afraid, like, it doesn't matter whether your relatives are older than whether your family members are older to you or younger to you, they still come to you for advice, because they're like, yeah, pile 4 has the talent, they have the maturity to, like, they feel comfortable talking to you, and they don't feel as if, oh, I'm talking, like, suppose it's your parents, right, for example, pile 4, they would easily come and talk to you about their problems, because they know that you're mature enough to handle, you're mature enough to understand what they're going through. So they don't feel like, oh, I'm talking to my child and I shouldn't do that. No, or my child is, pile 4 is my child, and they're not smart enough right now, or they don't know the world as much, so I shouldn't tell them. No, your parents are not like that. Your parents see and acknowledge your wisdom. They know that despite your age, you are really mature, and you will understand whatever it is that they're going through, and you might just be able to help them out. So they are very open in that regard. They're talking to you about their problems, and they give you that value, they give you that respect of an equal, rather than, like, you're giving them some advice and they're just looking down at you and they're like, oh, what do you know, you're just a child. Not like that. They are never condescending when it comes to you. They value your word, they value your advice, and if it is possible for them, they actually take it, they take your advice, they do what you tell them to do. And also with this Wheel of Fortune, I'm also getting this message that your family thinks that you're very creative as well. So if any of your siblings, any of your family members, they're in a creative pickle, like they're in a creative problem, they don't know what to do, you are there to help them out in a very creative manner. So if they need anything creative done, like a painting or writing, a writing piece or something, maybe your siblings need help writing a song or something, you will be there. You will help them write the most creative, exciting, fun song that out there, so you're very helpful, and you're someone who has multiple talents, because you guys can see with the wheel here, all these zodiac signs. This really tells me that you harbor a lot of different unique skills and talents, which really like makes you an all-rounder. Pile 4, of course, Wheel of Fortune right there in the middle. You are an all-rounder. For your family thinks that you know everything and that you deserve all the good things in life. They really think that you are the full package, They really don't think that there's anything lacking within you. They think that you're perfect the way you are, and you have it all. There's nothing that they would say, oh, I wish Pile 4 had a little bit more of that or a little bit less of that. No, they think that whatever you are, whatever your skills are, they're perfect. You have it all, like you know it all. That's what they think. And then with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, your family kind of thinks that we have the double number 9 coming in, so I'm just gonna get to that later. But your family with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, they think that you are always up to something. Like you just never, you're like, if you suppose you achieved one of your goals, Pile 4, you achieved one of your goals, okay? But instead of just going like, okay, I'm gonna take a break now, I'm gonna just celebrate this victory, you're like, okay, I've achieved this goal, okay, let's move on to something else. So your family's like, why can't this person ever relax? Why can't this person just ever enjoy the fruit of their hard work? You get the fruit of your hard work. That's not like you don't get it. It's just that you get the fruit, or you get your success, and then you move on to another thing, and then you start working towards that goal. You don't take the time to enjoy life. I think that's what your family thinks of you, that you don't take time to enjoy life, to just be. You're always up to something, you're always doing something, you're always busy with work, always working, always doing something. You just never relax, and they would appreciate it if you would do that, if you would just go out with them on a vacation or something. Maybe you're the people who kind of take really less vacations because you're just always working. And the thing is with you guys is your family might not even pressurize you so much to take a vacation, because they can clearly see how happy you are doing your work, how happy you are every time you achieve your goals, and then you move on to the next one. So but they would really wish that you would just relax a little, enjoy life, go on a vacation or something, with them, without them, doesn't matter. They just want you to relax a little. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have Page of Cups, the Hierophant. See, I was telling you, they see you as a guide, they see you as a mentor. 5 of Wands, 5 of Coins in reverse, and the Tower. Yes. Okay. Like I was saying, your arrival, you coming into your family's lives, Pile 4, you brought a massive change. For some, it was like, probably it could be that, for some of you guys, Pile 4, it could be that, your parents kind of even gave up on having children because they were trying for so long and it just wasn't happening. And then you coming in all of a sudden was like a beautiful surprise, and it kind of really shook them up, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's happening, Can't believe it's finally happening. So your birth, your arrival, massive change. You brought a massive change in your family's life. For some, yes, it's seen as a very good change, a very beautiful, blessed change. But yeah, on the other hand, sometimes it's hard for people to accept change, right? It's not easy. So yeah. But like I was saying, with the number 9, double 9 coming through, yeah, you are like this full package. You are everything. You complete your family. Your family feels complete with your presence. They're like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you might have siblings, you might not have siblings, doesn't matter. But you really are like that missing puzzle piece, and now that you're there, it's complete. The painting is complete, the family is complete, so you are that thing. So yeah, your arrival is like a beautiful, beautiful change. And like I was saying, with the 5 of coins in reverse, you are very supportive as well, pile 4. Your family thinks you're very supportive. Like I was saying, if somebody ever needs help, they will call you, they will come to you, because they're like, pile 4 knows, they are smart enough. Doesn't matter, you might be in primary school, you might be in secondary school, you might be in high school, college, whatever. Your family always had this opinion of you that pile 4 knows it all. And yes, it could also be that might have also made you feel as if, you have to constantly study, you have to constantly learn new things, because your family has this belief and this faith in you that you know everything. So if ever a time comes when, if you don't know anything, like your family's asking you something and you don't have the answer for it, your families, first of all, they're surprised that you don't know, but then you also kind of feel bad that you don't know, because there's that expectation that yes, they think that I know everything, so it just makes you want to work harder and achieve more, so that you will have more knowledge to give out in case they ever need it. And so yeah, you are like this knowledge treasure of your family. You're like the Google of your family, I would say, pile 4. All right, then we have 5 of Wands. Like I was saying, you're always up to something. We also have the double 5 here, so always up to something. Your family might even go far as to think that there's no stability in your life, because you're always up to something. You don't relax. You don't just be like, okay, I'm just going to take a break. You don't take a break. You're always up to something. You're always figuring things out. Even when you're sitting by yourself on the couch, your family can clearly see that your mind is occupied. There's something going on inside your head. You're not relaxed. You might appear relaxed, but they know that you're not. They know that you are solving some problem. You're pondering over something or the other in your head. So they really be like, can you take a break? For God's sake, take a break. Kind of like that. But yeah, and also with the Hierophant here, your family clearly sees you as a mentor, as a guide, someone who gives very good advice. And I feel like your family really sees you as this person who follows all the rules. They see you as someone who's very obedient. They appreciate that, of course. And if you're not obedient, you're not someone who follows the rules, even then your family loves you. But for some of you guys, yeah, they see you as this perfect child. They're perfect, person, like with this flower here. I'm getting drawn to this flower. So you're like this beautiful flower, and they wanna they see you as a mentor, they see you as a guide, they wanna take advice from you, but at the same time they feel very protective of you, because you are so precious to them. They really see you as this precious flower that they have to take care of, they have to nurture, basically, and make sure that you end up living a good life. Your parents, your family as a whole, including your siblings, your relatives, all of that, they want to make sure that you have a good life, that they care so much about you. And if they don't, yeah, that is their loss, because having you in their life is like, yeah, it's a huge blessing. A pile 4. All right, then we have Page of Cups here. Your family thinks that when it comes to you guys, pile 4, anything is possible. You guys can be very unpredictable at times as well. Just to do, like I'm saying, sometimes they cannot figure out what you're up to, because it's all in your head. But they are also go like that. You're full of surprises. We have Tower here. We have the Page of Cups here. Your family cannot say that, this is the kind of person a pile 4 is. Like, this is what they will do, and these are the things that they will never do. Your family cannot say that. There will be things that you will never do, because they are your own boundaries and everything. But according to your family, they're like, pile 4 can do anything. Like, anything can be expected from pile 4, good or bad. Your family will be like that yeah, they can do anything. I feel like mostly with these cards coming up, mostly it's that you guys are focused on the good, like, doing every good thing that you possibly can, working hard to achieve your goals of that. But for some, yeah, obviously general reading, so multiple messages. So for some, yeah, it could also be that your family has expectations that, yeah, even if it comes to the bad things, they're like, yeah, pile 4 has a potential for it. They might never do it, but they have the tendency, they have the predisposition, you can say, for it. So, but yeah, in your case, anything is possible. That's what your family, and they think that you are capable of achieving literally anything that you want, that you set your eyes on, that you go like, okay, this is my goal. You have the ability to do it. Other people might, according to other people, it might be crazy, it might be impossible, but if anyone could make the impossible possible, it is you. That's how much faith your family has in your abilities, pile 4, right? Let's see what else we have. We have the fates. Of course we do. Like I was saying, somebody, your arrival, it's not, I feel like somebody has literally foreseen that. We also have a Wheel of Fortune here, which talks about the fate as well. So I feel like some person in your family kind of foresaw your arrival. They knew you were coming. They knew it. Even if people didn't believe them, they still kept telling them, no, it's going to happen. Pile 4 will come into this family. We have To the Sea. We have a Clean It Up. Okay, like I was saying, we know To the Sea, you're always up to something. You're highly independent with number 7 coming here. You're highly, highly independent. And your family's like, yeah, pile 4 is always up to something. They're always going out. Every time they have some new goal in their minds, some new ambition that they want to achieve, something new, like their life is just steady flow, or it could be like a tumultuous flow of achieving one thing after the other. And with the Clean It Up here, your family might think that you're very responsible. You're a very responsible individual. At the same time, you're someone who might be a neat freak, who is very fond of cleaning. You're not afraid to get rid of things when they're broken or you no longer need them or something. You don't attach yourself to those things. I mean, there might be things that you might have attached yourself to, but then most of the times you're not afraid to let things go. You're not afraid to move forward in life. So I just feel like that aspect kind of a little bit, just a tiny bit, scares your family as well, because they're like, do they not care? Are they that cold? Your family often might even think that you're a cold individual who is not very emotional or something, because you are able to move on from the past. You're able to move on from things. You don't hold on to things that are no longer serving you. That just shows how mature you are. With the Hermit here, the Hierophant here, that shows the level of maturity you have, pile 4. But also tiny bit scares your family, because they're like, what if they leave us? What if pile 4 just walks away from us and not care that we are there? So that kind of a fear and insecurity is there in terms of your family. But they really think that, yeah, you are this blessing. Look at all these stars here and the fates here. You guys are destined to be with the family that you are, I would say. It's the fates. It's the universe working here, So you are a massive, massive blessing. And yeah, your family really thinks that they're destined for you. They're destined for this blessing that came in the form of you in their lives. All right. So this is all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.